Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video, I have the results of 6 months of using a laser hair growth device. So the device I'm talking about is the HairMax LaserBand 82. This is a laser light device that promises to help to regrow your hair if you have male pattern baldness or female pattern baldness, as the case may be. Did you guys realize that up to 2/3 of postmenopausal women experience some form of hair loss? So I think it's fairly common that women notice as they age that their hair gets thinner, and of course it's something that we want to do something about, because I don't know if you're like me, but if my hair doesn't look good, I don't look good. So what I had noticed about a year ago is that I wasn't liking how my hair looked when I pulled it back anymore. And I used to wear my hair back all the time. I loved wearing my hair back. I loved wearing it like a half up or a full ponytail or whatever. And every time I would put it up, I would be like, oh my gosh, my forehead is getting so wide up here. It was really starting to scare me. So then I started trying to, style my hair. I cut some bangs so that I could hide it. And then after a while, I was like, you know what? I would really like to do something about this. So the first stage in my journey was that I went out and I got some minoxidil. So I tried a 2% minoxidil first, then I tried the standard, 4% or 5% minoxidil. And I used those for about 6 months. I did have some decent results with those. I felt like my hair was starting to regrow, but I really hated using it because you had to use it every day. And the stuff, you put it in and it made my hair feel dirty all the time, and it made it really flat, so it never looked good. So even though I did like the results of it, I was looking for something else. And about that time, I got an email from this company, HairMax, asking me if I wanted to try their device. So I took a look at it, and of course, you know me, I always have to look at the science behind things. So I also looked up to see if there were any studies involving low-level laser light technology for hair regrowth. And there have been a number of studies that were done. They're not 100% conclusive, but it does kind of make a compelling case that low-level laser light can work to help stimulate hair growth. So I said, what the heck, I will give it a try, since they were going to provide me the product. And you know that even getting a product for free, it doesn't affect my review at all, because part of the reason I started my channel is I wanted to hear the truth about things. I wanted to know if they really worked or not. So I, of course, take these before and after pictures, and I just put it out there for you to see, so you can be the judge and you can decide if it's something that you want to spend your money on, right? Plus, I'm always looking for things that really work because I want the results for myself. So let's talk about the HairMax a little bit. It is expensive. It retails for $799, and it is FDA cleared. The laser band contains 82 little laser diodes here. And the difference between this and a lot of other laser hair growth devices is that this one is all lasers. A lot of them will swap in some LEDs, some red lights. So this is all lasers, and there are 82 lasers. And the lasers are supposed to last for 15 years. This also has a 5-month money-back guarantee, and it comes with a 2-year warranty. Now, I do have a discount code on this guy, which was generously offered to me from the company. It's for 10% off, and it's good on any of their laser devices. So they also make these laser combs. So I'll put the discount code right here. It does need to be used in conjunction with the link that I'm providing in the info box below the video. So the way HairMax works is it's got 2 different cycles for you to choose from. One is a 90-second cycle, so you turn it on by pressing the on switch once. All the lights come on. I put it on my head before I turn it on, so you put it in the front, leave it there for 30 seconds. It will beep and vibrate when it's ready for you to move on to the next section. Then you just push it back to the next section, and then in another 30 seconds you push it back to the crown. And it pretty much covers everything from, your ears and then all the way back up here in the 90 seconds. You do that every other day, and that's what I have done, that cycle every other day for the entire 6 months. Oh, it just beeped. Did you hear it? Then it also has another program where you press this twice, and then you get the 4-second, 4-minute program. So in that one, it beeps every 4 seconds, and so you have to move it every 4 seconds for 4 minutes. And I did try to use that cycle once, but your arms are like up in the air for the entire 4 minutes, and I gotta say, my arms got a little tired after a while. So anyway, whichever one you choose to use it on, it does have the two different things. Then you turn it off and you're done for the day. So I found using this to be so quick, so easy. I loved it. It didn't make my hair gunky or, you know, greasy looking or dirty looking. I would use it pretty much when I would get out of the shower, or if I didn't shower, I would use it on dry hair. Either way, it was easy and great to use. It does come with a recharging cable. I've had this for 6 months. I charged it for the first use, and I've only recharged it once during the entire 6 months. One thing that I have noticed is that I feel like my hair has grown longer using this than it normally would have. Like every summer, I just don't go see my hairdresser at all. I let my hair grow, but I feel like my hair has gotten so much longer this year than it usually does. Like, I don't know, my hair just seemed to have that thing where it would just stop growing at about here, and that would be about all the length I would get out of it. This year, it's gotten so much longer. So really happy about that. I can't say 100% if that is due to the Hair Max, but that really is the only thing that I've been using. I have not been using any kind of biotin or any hair growth supplements. I didn't use any minoxidil or any other hair growth or scalp revitalizing shampoo while I was doing this experiment. You know, I like to keep it pure so that we can see the results from this and not muddy up the waters with other things. Then another thing I wanted to talk about briefly, because I know people will ask this because I mentioned it in the previous video, is that a couple of years ago I had bought another hair growth helmet thing, and people left me a lot of questions asking, you know, how do I compare that to this? And really there is no comparison for me. It's a popular one, it's expensive, it's about the same price as this one, maybe $50 less, something like that. I could never even use it. It was so tight on my head, and I have a tiny little head. You had to use it for 40 minutes, I think 3 or 4 times a week. And it had these pads, like there was a pad that sat in the middle of your forehead and a couple over your ears. The ones over the ears were just, I felt like squeezing my brain and giving me a headache. The one on my forehead would actually leave a dent in my forehead. So I would have a dent in my forehead for hours, 3 or 4 days a week. So, you know, after a week, I was just like, forget it. I am not using this thing. Unfortunately, I don't have any comparison to give you on that one, except to say that it really sucked to use it. And this is so quick and easy. And, you know, I mean, literally 90 seconds, bzz, 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 done. And then the other thing is people always ask if I've noticed a difference in the amount of hair in my drain. And I really haven't. I am always shocked by the amount of hair in my drain after I wash my hair. I feel like it's more affected by the shampoo that I use. Even though I feel like, because there is so much in the drain, I'm like, oh my gosh, my hair is getting so thin. I don't feel like it looks thin, and I feel like the new growth that I'm seeing at the sides, those little guys are getting longer. My hair is getting longer overall. So the net is that I've been really happy with it. I like using it, which is the main thing that will keep you using it. Because of course, like everything, the second you stop using it, that's when the results go away. So for something like this, you got to keep using it forever. So let's go into the pictures. Of course, you know, I always have to do my little photo disclaimer for you guys, which is that these are pictures taken in an at-home setting, months apart. I keep the camera and the lighting in exactly the same position. I try to match how far my head is turned to get just the same exact everything, but where they're 6 months apart, and I am doing this in my house, it's hard to get it exact, but I do try my best. The photos are unretouched, of course. Oh, the other thing is that the before pictures are from after I had been using minoxidil. So those show the results with the minoxidil, not my original amount of hair loss. I wanted to use those as the before pictures so we could see if this had any results above and beyond what I got with minoxidil. I feel like my hair loss was uneven. It was definitely worse on one side of my head than the other. And I feel like the results are better on one side than the other. But looking at the first picture, I can't really see a huge difference, but I do notice that the hair does seem a little bit thicker and a little bit fuller, and it's definitely growing in. And I noticed that like the little baby hairs up along the top of my hairline there, that they all seem to be a little bit longer. So I think really the story is in the second picture, where my pattern baldness was worse, and that little hole in my hair was pretty pronounced and didn't really have many little hairs growing in it. And the hairs that were growing in that little patch were very thin and very short. but looking at the after picture, those hairs have all grown so much. I was actually kind of blown away by this one. Yes, the hair is pulled back in a slightly different way, but I think that that's because these hairs are longer and so they're laying differently. But I feel like I can definitely see a difference in here. There's definitely a huge amount of hair growth that I can see in this one. So you may see something different in the pictures that I'm seeing, but for me, I am very happy with the results. I can see the difference in my hairline in the pictures. Where I can especially see the difference is when I look in the mirror on a day-to-day basis. When I pull my hair back, I feel like I can wear my hair back in a ponytail now and that it looks really good. This really fits into the lifestyle. It's so quick, it's so easy to use, it's so painless. I just love it. So anyway, if you were thinking of getting one, go ahead and use my discount code. Remember to use the link in the information box below the video. You can always try the laser comb instead if you don't have that kind of money to spend, because that one is kind of pricey. Makes a great Christmas gift too. So that is my full review on the HairMax LaserBand 82. I hope you found it helpful and informative. If you did, give the video a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, everybody, I thank you so much for your time and really appreciate your watching. So have a great day and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.